Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we are going to make a simple, but I think a really pretty necklace using the porcelain round beads from our bargain bead box for September Mountain Majesties. The minute I saw these beads and looked at them, I said, ooh, those need to go on leather. So leather it is. So let's turn down and we'll get working on them. So we have some, I think this is 2.5 inch leather. It's a little bit bigger than the 2 millimeter and it's smaller than the 3, so I'm pretty sure it's 2.5. So we've got that in brown. And then we've got all of our pretties here. So this is the rounds from out of the box, the porcelain rounds. So I thought those are really cool. Then I have some large hole crystal spacers and some bead caps and a couple of also large hole beads, lobster claw, some jump rings, and 2 end caps. So let's get to it. The first thing we need to do is decide how long we want the necklace to be. I'm thinking about 20 inches. So I'm going to cut 20 inches of leather. And you could get away with cutting 19 because of their findings, but I'm just going to 12 and so there's 20 inches of our leather. We can now put that aside. And now what we need to do is either A, put an end cap on one side right now, or B, just string it up and then put both end caps on. We'll decide in just a minute. Now I am going to put one end cap on, but we're going to have to be careful with it because obviously we don't want our end cap to pull off. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a dab of super glue, and you can do this one of two ways. Just put it in the end cap or just put it on the leather. I usually just put it in the end cap, and I think I put in more than I probably wanted because we have it gushing out the side here. And we'll wipe that off, and then we'll get 1/2 of our leather and take it and put it in there. And yes, see how much is gushing out there? We'll have to wipe that off quickly so it doesn't dry on the leather like that. Sometimes it's better just to put it on the glue on the leather itself, because then you know exactly how much you've got. So then this has to sit for a little bit. But if we're careful, we can start stringing the other side. So what we're going to do is we're going to put on one of these little guys here. Then this bead cap. It's not very big. I mean, it's not very concave, but it will fit all right on this porcelain bead. See how that was looking? So then we'll do that, and then we're going to be doing our back and forth between our crystal beads and our porcelain beads. Now I had thought this would be nice if we had another one that would work as a focal, but we don't, so we'll just work it as we got it. Now we have all our beads on, so we just want to swing these over into the middle. So there we go. There's our bead strand. So isn't that pretty? And now the next step is just to glue the other end cap on. So we're gonna put some glue on the leather here on this side instead of just squirting it into the cap. We're just gonna work it around the leather here. And we'll put it in our end cap. And I think we may need a little bit more glue here. And I just got it on my finger. How wonderful. Super glue sticking to me. Okay. I just love it. Anyway, so now these have to dry for a little while. So this one's pretty good, the original one. So we're going to put our lobster claw on this side, and we're just going to do that with this small jump ring and our lobster claw, of course. So we'll get 2 pair of pliers here. We'll open up this little jump ring. Put her through our end cap here. And close her up. We want to make sure that we have this closed all the way. And you see it's not. We need to bring it over a little bit more here. Go. But now it's popped up, see? So we'll go in here with our pliers and we'll push it down. And I swear this simple part is being the hardest part of this little necklace. It just doesn't want to close today for some reason. Oop. Still a touch open, though it's much better than it was. There, I think we got her that time. Now to finish it, we just have to, still a little bit sticky, but not too horrible. Just open up this other jump ring. And put it through this ring here. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Luckily, those are good sturdy beads and we didn't have any problem. Let's try this again. Pushed it a little too far. There we go. So there we are. There is a really, really simple, really, really fast little necklace probably should let the glue dry on the leather a little bit longer, but it needs to hang for a while because the leather was on the spool, so it's sort of kinked up, but it's turned out. Isn't that pretty? So simple. So there we go. One really simple but really pretty necklace using the porcelain beads from our bargain bead box for September, Mountain Majesties. This still is just a touch wet, so I'm trying to hold it in a way not to put stress on that wet glue. Anyway, there you go. Turned out to be 20 inches with the hardware on it. So really simple. Just the porcelain beads and some crystal spacers, a bead cap, and some leather. So I think it turned out really pretty. I hope you enjoyed making this with me. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, using beads from our bargain bead box for September, Mountain Majesties. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.